For the 100th video on my channel, I thought it was important to talk about what drives me in life, which is at the same time what is behind all the videos that I've made so far. The purpose of this channel has been to explore the depths of what it means to know ourselves, to make conscious decisions that shape our future, and to inspire each of you to design the life you dream of. Each video, each topic, and each discussion has been a choice. A choice to delve deeper, to question harder, and to connect more profoundly with yourself, with others, and hopefully with me. So for this video, it's only fitting that we tackle a concept that's been the undercurrent of our journey together, the power of choice. From the moment we wake up to the moment we rest our heads at night, our days are filled with choices. But where does this power come from? Do we actually have a choice? Do we have too much choice or not enough? How do our environments, our histories, and the dizzying pace of the 21st century influence the choices we make? You want an answer to those questions? Then choose to watch the rest of the video. Hey, my name is Greg. I'm a master coach helping people, teams, and organizations to know themselves, design their future self, and become their future selves. I'm here to help you live a life where you have control. Before we jump in, I would like to give a big thank you to you, all the watchers, subscribers who are watching my videos. What motivates me to carry on is the knowledge that you are most probably using some of what is in my videos to build a better life for yourself and those you love. Where does choice come from? It's a question that has intrigued philosophers, scientists, and thinkers for centuries, leading us to the intersection of various domains of knowledge. At the core, our choices seem to stem from the brain's complex machinery. And there are different parts at play. First, there is a prefrontal cortex, PFC, which helps us evaluate options, consider the consequences of our actions, and control impulsive behaviors. When you're deliberating whether to save money or spend it on a new gadget, it's your PFC at work. The orbitofrontal cortex, also called OFC, which helps us evaluate the emotional value of our choices and anticipate rewards and punishment. This region is particularly interesting for understanding choices related to personal and social behavior. The amygdala is deeply involved in decision-making, especially when our choices are emotionally charged. The amygdala can trigger a quick emotional response to a perceived threat, influencing our choices even before we've had time to think them through logically. Dopamine, a neurotransmitter, influences aspects of cognition and decision-making related to desire, pleasure, and reinforcement. The anticipation of a reward can increase dopamine levels, which motivates behavior towards achieving that reward, like scrolling on a phone screen. Also, studies using EEG have shown that the brain's motor cortex is activated before we become consciously aware of our decision to move. This has led some researchers to suggest that our sense of making a free choice may be an illusion, with decisions being made subconsciously before they enter our conscious awareness. Philosophy offers another layer. The existentialists like Jean-Paul Sartre posited that choice is the essence of human existence. We are our choices, Sartre famously said, highlighting the burden and freedom that comes with this inherent aspect of our being. Then there is a perspective of behavioral economics. Here, choice is seen through the lens of rationality, incentives, and the often irrational ways we make decisions. Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky's work reveals how our choices can be predictably irrational, affected by biases and heuristics. Much more about that in the book Thinking Fast and Slow. And let's not forget psychology, which bridges the gap between neuroscience and philosophy. It looks at how our mental processes, emotions, and cognitive biases influence the myriad choices we make every day. From Freud's unconscious desires to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, psychology unpacks the layers of why we choose what we choose. Now I want you to think about a recent choice you've made and pick a choice that was a meaningful, important choice in your life. Consider the influences behind it. Was it an impulse, a well thought out decision, or something in between? How do you see the roles of emotion, logic, and external factors in your decision-making process? How do the choices we make shape who we are? And in turn, how does our evolving identity influence the choices we make? Every day, we stand at the crossroads of countless decisions. What to wear, what to eat, whom to call, where to invest our energy. It might not seem like it, but each choice is a brush stroke on the canvas of our identity. I know that's beautiful. Consider for a moment the major decisions you've made in your life. Choosing your career path, your partner, your beliefs, and even your battles. These choices are not just reflection of your identity, but also architects of the person you continue to become. Carl Jung, a pioneer of depth psychology, proposed that our identity is shaped by the interplay between our conscious choices and the unconscious mind. Our decisions, especially the conscious ones, are dialogues with the deepest parts of ourselves, revealing our values, fears, and aspirations. Imagine your identity as a tree. Each choice is like a season that leaves its mark on the tree, influencing its growth direction, the strength of its branches, and the depth of its roots. Over time, the tree's shape tells a story of its unique journey, marked by the choices that nurtured or pruned it. So let's engage in a brief exercise. Again, think about a significant choice you made in the past year. How did it reflect who you were at the moment? And how has it contributed to the person you are today? Reflecting on this can reveal the profound connection between your choices and your evolving identity. Understanding the power of choice in shaping our identity empowers us to make decisions that reflect our true selves and the future selves that we aspire to be. You like this video so far? Then you know what to do. Also subscribe and put on the notification if you want to receive content like this every week. And check out in the description all the links and videos from other YouTubers on the concept of choice. Each one of us possesses an incredible power, the power of agency. Our ability to make choices consciously, aligning them with our deepest values and aspiration, is one of our greatest strengths. But how do we harness this power effectively in a world brimming with possibilities? It begins with self-awareness. Understanding your place within Maslow's hierarchy of needs can illuminate your motivations, helping to clarify which choices will truly serve your growth. Are your decisions driven by the pursuit of basic needs, the desire for belonging and esteem, or the request for self-actualization, or a mix of different things? Let's delve into strategies to enhance the quality of our choices, empowering us to navigate this complex landscape with intention and wisdom. First, engage in reflective prioritization. Assess your needs based on Maslow's hierarchy. Are your choices reflecting a pursuit of higher level needs, or are they mired in the immediacy of the lower levels? Prioritizing decisions that foster growth and fulfillment can lead to more meaningful outcomes for you. But not always. Sometimes you do have to focus on the psychological and safety needs, because they are what matters the most for you at this time. There's no self-actualization if you can't fulfill your basic psychological needs. Next, cultivate mindfulness. In a world where choices abound, being present and mindful ensures that our decisions are not reactionary, but soulful responses to our true needs and desires. Mindfulness practices can help distill clarity from the chaos, guiding us to choose wisely. Knowledge is power. Informed choices require understanding the implications and consequences of our decisions. Seek out diverse perspectives and educate yourself on the options. This can illuminate paths you hadn't considered, enriching the quality of your decisions. If you want to understand how to learn better, you might want to check this out. Flexibility and adaptability are your allies. The landscape of choice is ever evolving. What serves us today may not tomorrow. Being open to reevaluating and adapting your choices ensures they continue to align with your evolving needs and goals. As William James once said, the greatest discovery of any generation is that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitude. There is a powerful force shaping our decision: the environment. From the culture we're born into to the media we consume, our environment is a mosaic of influences. While we possess the power of agency, our environment can significantly amplify or dampen that power. It's a dance between internal desires and external realities. Understanding this dynamic is crucial in navigating our choices effectively. Consider cultural and societal norms. They shape our perception of what's possible or desirable, often setting a template for our choices. Whether it's a career path we consider or the lifestyle choices we make, the weight of cultural expectations can be pretty deep. Then there is a role of technology and information. In our current digital age, we're bombarded with a barrage of choices at every turn we look. Social media, for instance, not only influences our buying decision, but also how we perceive our own lives and success, molding our choices to fit in or to stand out. Economic factors plays a role as well. Financial stability, market trends, and job opportunities limit or expand our choices, often dictating where we live, the education we pursue, or even the hobbies that we can afford. So how do we reclaim our power of choice in an environment that constantly seeks to shape it? I might sound like a broken record. Cultivate self-awareness. Understanding your values, goals, and motivations is key. They act as a compass, guiding your choices amidst external pressures. Regular reflection and mindfulness practices can deepen this understanding and make it visible to you. Also practice critical consumption of information. In an era of information overload, discernment is essential. Question the sources, motives, and biases of the information that you consume. This shields you from being swayed by trends and external opinions. Establish boundaries. Recognize the difference between healthy inspiration and detrimental comparison or coercion of others. Boundaries allow you to interact with your environment selectively, taking in what aligns with your past and shielding yourself from what doesn't. Engage actively with your environment instead of being a passive recipient of external influences. Seek out communities, experiences, and information that align with your aspirations and values. If you are proactive like that, it will transform the environment from a directing force to a supporting one. The environment will always play a role in shaping our choices, but it doesn't have to dictate them. Is it better to have a multitude of choices, or does true freedom lie in simplicity? This question isn't just philosophical, it's deeply rooted in our psychology and everyday experiences. The abundance of choices in the modern world is unparalleled. At first glance, this abundance seems like an unequivocal good. After all, more choices mean freedom to find exactly what suits us, right? But as we navigate through this sea of options, we confront an unexpected adversary, the paradox of choice. Barry Schwartz, in his seminal work on the paradox of choice, suggests that while having options is crucial for freedom and autonomy, too many can lead to decision paralysis, anxiety, and dissatisfaction with our eventual choices. It's a psychological quagmire where our expectations skyrocket, and yet our confidence in making the right choice plummets. On the other hand, there is something to be said for having fewer, more meaningful choices. Historically, limitations often bred creativity and contentment. When choices are limited, we're compelled to adapt, innovate, and appreciate the options we do have. Psychologically, this can lead to greater satisfaction and deeper connection to our decisions. How do we find balance in a world that equates abundance with success and happiness? Perhaps the answer lies not in the quantity of choices, but in their quality and our engagement with them. Consider prioritization as your first tool. Identify what truly matters to you and let these priorities guide your decisions. By focusing on what's essential, you can navigate through the abundance with purpose, reducing the noise of unnecessary choices. More on prioritization in this video here. Also, cultivate gratitude and presence. In a world abundant with choices, appreciating what's in front of you can transform your perspectives. Being present with your decisions makes each choice, regardless of its abundance, more meaningful. And embrace the concept of good enough. Perfectionism, especially in decision-making, is an exhausting pursuit. Often, the best choice is the one that meets your needs adequately, allowing you to invest your energy and time in what truly enriches your life. In the end, whether many or few, the choices we face are the threads to our life's tapestry. How we choose and the value we assign to our choices shape our narrative. Remember, in the art of living, you're both the painter and the observer, finding beauty not just in the multitude of colors, but in the strokes that you choose to make. What is the trajectory that our choices will take for the coming decades? Technology, particularly artificial intelligence and machine learning, is expanding the horizons of what's possible, offering personalized experiences and solutions that were once the realm of science fiction. From healthcare tailored to our genetic blueprint to learning environments that adapt to individual learning styles, the quality and specificity of choices are enhancing. There is a but. This technological bounty comes with its own set of challenges. The paradox of choice, the complexity of navigating an ever-expanding digital universe, and concerns about privacy, autonomy in an age of algorithm all highlight the need for a new toolkit for decision-making. It also might mean that the quality of our choices will further go down. We might be taking decisions on less and less meaningful options considering what we value in our life. Simultaneously, societal shifts towards greater inclusivity and awareness are broadening the spectrum of choices available in personal identity, career paths, and lifestyle. So we're invited to redefine success, fulfillment, and community on our own terms. How then do we prepare for a future where the boundaries of choice are constantly expanding? How do we preserve our sense of self and direction in a sea of infinite possibilities? Embrace adaptive flexibility. The ability to adjust and learn continuously is paramount. Cultivating a mindset that sees change as an opportunity rather than a threat allows us to navigate new choices with confidence and curiosity. In other words, be resilient. Then strengthen your digital literacy. Understanding the tools and platforms that shape our choices is crucial. This knowledge empowers us to make informed decisions, discerning the beneficial from the distracting in the digital realm. In this age of AI, prioritizing human connections remain essential. Our relationships provide context, meaning, and balance to the choices technology offers. They remind us that at the heart of every decision is our shared humanity and the world we co-create. The power of our decisions shapes not just our own lives, but the tapestry of humanity itself as the sum of all those decisions. It's in the act of choosing that we carve our paths and define our destinies. In the words of Viktor Frankl, a man who understood deeply the weight and freedom of choice, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Another interesting aspect of how we approach our life is to look at it through the optimistic and pessimistic lens. Which tendency do you have?